Thanks. Federal funding cuts could stunt research efforts on an invasive species of plant in the Connecticut River.
Yeah, we've reported on it before, too. It's called Hydrilla. Last summer, herbicide testing showed it was effective in killing the plant, but now cuts in funding could leave the weed's growth unchecked. NBC Connecticut's Kevin Geis joining us live along the Connecticut River in East Haddam with the details. Hi, Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin Amber, good evening. Well, these lower Connecticut River Valley towns are no stranger to this invasive plant. Last year, some of these towns were subject to some of this testing and some of the remediation efforts. But now the concern is we could go an entire summer in some of these towns and some of these coves unregulated.
One of the worst aquatic weeds in the country.
Inside a greenhouse in New Haven, the invasive plant known as Hydrilla is being grown for testing.
It will cover the surface, basically obliterating everything beneath it, cutting all sunlight basically to what's beneath here.
It's relatively new to the Connecticut River and devastating where it grows.
Many of these coves and tributaries are just completely covered.
Greg Bugbee with the State Agricultural Experiment Station says years of surveying indicated as of 2021, over 1,000 acres of the Connecticut River were covered in the plant. But last summer, successful testing with an herbicide done by the Army Corps of Engineers was highly successful.
People were amazed that the water was clear. You could kayak, you could do a lot of things. That they never were able to do before.
The plan for this summer was to expand that testing to about 16 sites in total, but that funding was cut from the congressional budget. So according to the Army Corps, less sites than last year will see herbicide testing, killing less Hydrilla.
Hearing that something worked, it's a little disappointing that we don't have, the funding to do it again this year.
Those who call the shore of the river home disappointed because the river means so much to so many communities.
The river is like the staple of these communities.
Back at the experiment station, Bugbee says the impacts of an unchecked or untreated Hydrilla could be felt in local economies and recreation.
We don't know how much more of this will spread.
Something Riverside residents hope we can prevent.
I think it's really important to maintain this, to keep these towns too going and get our visitors down here.
Now, because of that flooding, you can't see much of anything in the Connecticut River at the moment, but experts have said that they are starting to find it growing already in certain coves along the Connecticut River here. Now, there are certain towns that will continue to see some of this testing, including Portland, just north of us here, and Chester, as well as Deep River as well. We're live in East Haddam tonight. Kevin Geis, NBC Connecticut News. Amber, back to you.
All right, Kevin.